Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it's August 2nd, 2025. We're in the central garden plot right now in here. One of the goals today is to dig up some of the spruces. So we got two blue spruces here that are a little iffy, and then we got some Norway spruces down there. I'm going to pull back the weed mats a little bit, then use the shovel to try and dig some of these up. Warning, don't do this time of year. We just need to get this place modified some so that when we do the construction, rebuilding the building, so it's risky, we could lose these trees. Thea's here to work with me today. Say hi, hon.
Hi, everybody. Here we are. Teamwork.
Yeah, really exciting here. So I went ahead, so we fill up the IBC totes at the end of the season for storing the soil that we use for potting up and that sort of thing. So I turned one on its side here. Thea's been using quite a bit of it. Went and got, we need some pretty good size pots to pot up these trees, because trees can get really root bound very, plants can all get root bound, especially the more rapid growing ones. And that's been an issue over in the nursery. Usually that, we're selling more trees and that sort of thing. But like some trees, they grow so fast, or bushes, they grow so fast, they can get root bound in the pots if they aren't either potted up or sold and put into the ground. So what we're going to do today is, there'll be some rocks in here. So I got a holy bucket. Holy bucket, I just mean that I've got holes drilled in the bases of the buckets.
Oh, I thought it was holy bucket.
Yeah, it's holy, honey. And so we'll throw the stones in that bucket as we dig through the soil or any weeds that we find or whatever. Put a little bit of soil in the pot. I'll dig these guys up. Really important when I'm digging these up, if it's off season, we can go bare root. The soil can come right off the roots. But this time of year, there's all these fine little root hairs that are in the soil structure itself. And the less damage we do to them, the less of a shock there is to them. And these are going to be shocked, the better the chances are. So I'll try to dig up some soil with them. Theo will put a little bit of soil in each one of these pots, and then we'll bring the pot over with a little bit of soil. I'll dig up a tree, we'll put it in, we'll bring the pot over here with the tree and fill up the rest of the soil in it at that point, and just take it bit by bit. You have any questions, hon?
And then we're going to bring the pot to the coop, because we don't want to stick it out in the hot greenhouse and stress them out. So they're going to live in the coop for a while, correct?
That's right, hon. Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you, hon. All right, we're going to get started now. All righty.
Well, I wake up early, get to working at dawn. Got my boots in the mud and my coffee strong. I like the quiet, just the birds and the breeze and the hum of my tools, putting my mind at ease. But round about noon she comes walking in with a smile on her face and a tale to begin. I say, how was your day? And then brace for the ride, 'cause that woman's got stories stacked 10 miles wide. My wife is a chatterbox, Lord bless her soul. She could talk through a rainstorm, thunder and all. I love her dearly, she's my heart and my rock. But doggone it, that woman can talk. Ask her one question, get a chapter and verse, with detours and sidetracks for better or worse. We're both going deaf, so we talk even more. And I just smile while she paces the floor. I try to unwind with a movie at night, but just as the plot starts to get real tight, she'll lean in close and start whispering news about a friend of a friend and her cousin's new shoes. I nod and I listen, though I'm lost in the plot, 'cause the story she's telling has 10 different subplots. It's love, it's life, it's what makes her so real, even when I can't hear half of the spiel. Yeah, my wife is a chatterbox, and that's just fine. She's been telling me stories since '79. We've laughed, we've cried, we've been through a lot. And somehow that woman still loves to talk. She's the sound of my home and the beat of my day, even when I can't hear what she says anyway. We're both getting older, but the love never stops. Me and my sweetheart, the chatterbox. Sometimes I'll tease her, say just cut to the end. She'll laugh and say, well, you ask my friend. And though I roll my eyes and act like I'm through, truth is I love every word she says too. My wife is a chatterbox, sweet as can be. Her voice is the soundtrack of home to me. She fills up the silence with stories and grace, and I wouldn't trade her for any quiet place. Yeah, she talks and I wouldn't dare stop. She's my better half, my chatterbox.
It ain't for the faint of heart, this life I chose, out where the wild wind howls and red dirt blows. Sunrise means it's time to rise and shine, working the land with these hands of mine. You fix what breaks, you build what's gone, ain't no quitting till the job's all done. No living like country living, where the sky is wide and the Lord keeps giving. It's sweat on your brow and faith in your bones, growing your garden, building your home. Ain't always easy, but it sure feels right. We live off the land and sleep good at night. You gotta love the soil, the sun, the rain. There's no living like country living, no other way. Mistakes get made, but they teach you fast. You learn from today, don't dwell on the past. Critters will get your crop if you ain't watching close, and tools will break when you need them most. You just roll up your sleeves, take it in stride, with nature as your teacher and God as your guide. No living like country living, where the sky is wide and the Lord keeps giving. It's sweat on your brow and faith in your bones, growing your garden, building your home. Ain't always easy, but it sure feels right. We live off the land and sleep good at night. You gotta love the soil, the sun, the rain. There's no living like country living, no other way. You learn to listen, to bend at the knees. It's a life that humbles, a life that lifts, where every trial becomes a gift. No living like country living, with dirt on your hands and hope that's driven. Every scar and blister tells a tale of a man who won't quit, who never fails. Yeah, we're just learning as we go, feeling each season ebb and flow. You gotta love this life to make it stay. There's no living like country living, come what may. ground beneath me shakes. The sky is turning gray, felt like the walls were closing in just yesterday. Everything I held so dear seems to slip away, a hollow ache inside my chest where laughter used to play. But then I look out the window at the tree outside. It's shedding all its summer green, nowhere left to hide. Bare branches are reaching to the sky against the fading light, yet it stands so strong and tall through the longest night. Memories like falling leaves drift on the chilling breeze, each one a tiny goodbye, bringing me to my knees. Questioning every path I took, every choice I've made, feeling like a scattered seed in a barren, empty glade. But then I look out the window at the tree outside. It's shedding all its summer green, nowhere left to hide. Bare branches reaching to the sky against the fading light, yet it stands so strong and tall through the longest night. It doesn't fight the letting go, it doesn't hold on tight. It trusts the hidden rhythm of darkness and a light. It knows that after winter's chill, new buds will start to show, a silent ancient wisdom in the way the seasons flow. So I look out the window at the tree outside. Though I'm shedding all my burdens, nowhere left to hide. Bare spirit reaching to the sky towards a hopeful light. I'll stand up strong and tall and wait for what is nigh. Like the trees, we lose our leaves and watch them fall away, but deep within the roots remain for a brighter day. Yes, deep within the roots remain, and we will stand tall.
Okay, we're over here in the coop. We brought the potted trees over here. And what's going on, Thea?
Kevin put them in a good place, south window. They're not too stressed as being outside in the hot cement greenhouse and all. So I just got them really watered super good just now because they were pretty darn dry, weren't they?
Yes.
And and so then what we're going to do is I'm going to soak them again tomorrow and then put the mulch on top.
So giving a good 24 hours of soaking them will allow some of the soil, because the shape of the shovel, the spade, when we dug them out, we tried to fill the voids around the edges. Well, we're hoping the soil sinks down a little bit more, then mulching on top of it after it's been wetted one more time, because we don't want the mulch to go too high. You can see the mulch can come up to about to here on them and all. And these are all Norway spruces except for this one here and this one here, which are blue spruces. And so these will have to be staked up some, and this one here curled over, so we can put a stake right next to this, try and straighten this one up as well.
Sounds good.
So what do you think, hon?
I think things are good, and then Timmy and I, right here, my helper, is going to load up our little gorilla cart, which we love, with these comfrey plants, and they're going to now go live out in the greenhouse, because in the wintertime, the figs live here.
Yeah. So the comfrey, so this is the same Bach 14, and you may recall that I dug up one that was alongside of the bioremediation canal, and you just take small sections of the roots of these, and you never want to plant comfrey any place that you don't want to keep it there. So that's real important, because when you break off the root, just like a weed, it's going to go ahead and stay there. And so what we do is Thea went ahead after I dug the plant up, and she just sectioned it into small sections, put it in there. You can see some shoots are already starting to come up. It's probably close to 100% success rate doing it this way. And this makes really good, oh, I can't think of the term right now, but it's not a ground cover, but it's not a bush. It's in between. So it's a real nice one. And this one, the Bach 14, doesn't propagate by seed. And it brings in many different beneficial insects as well. So it's going to stay where you plant it, but it'll stay there forever. Sort of like horseradish or something like that.
Does that bring up nutrients?
Yeah, they're considered minors. Not as much as some other plants are, but they certainly, when you dig up the soil around them, it's usually beautiful, rich soil, lots of microbes living in there. So they're just part of a community, a marginal zone that you want to have. And yeah, they're great. Okay, hon, that's the end of the video. What do you have to say?
I'd say it was a good morning, and it's not even 11 o'clock yet. We got all this done.
Oh,
Teamwork.
My goodness. All right. Well, you folks stay safe and take care.
Have a great day, you guys, and bye-bye.